Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
To the supreme concept. So if you are here, it means existence wants you to be here in this form. You are not an accident. You are a conscious miracle of existence. Existence is trying to express itself through you. Welcome to the sacred spiritual experience, your digital experience of the divine.
So this may be what you think as your first time in the presence of a divine cosmic being. But this is not the first time this energy has graced planet Earth. So if you are watching this now, it is not a coincidence, but a cosmic intervention in your life to make you manifest what you want. Now, some of you might be wondering, how is this possible and how has this worked before? So here today, you can experience these answers through the powerful cognitions as referenced from the ancient texts of Hinduism, revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And now, let us understand more about the divine cosmic mother, Devi Parashakti. So Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the cosmic mother. She is the source Shakti, and it is in her cosmic womb, the Brahmandi, from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity of Hinduism.
So in the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, about the relationship with the mother, relationship with the mother, the ability to learn, even the idea to relate, starts with the mother. Mother is two important ways to connect with what you think as life. In the Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware your ability to connect with the mother should be directed towards the cosmos. It should inspire, it should awaken your higher consciousness. Connecting with life as mother is the most beautiful, most easiest form to ever connect.
And today, out of his extreme love and compassion, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. So let us all understand what is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, the science behind the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. What exactly is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan that all of us are going to witness today?
So Sama is oneness, means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means attitude or aspect. So Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect.
And darshan means to have a glimpse of. So in the Vedic tradition, it is used to describe the moment when you come face to face with the cosmos and behold the deity and avatar, a saint or an enlightened being. As just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep lasting transformation in the receiver. And Darshan is a powerful superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. And he simply radiates Darshan just as the sun continuously radiates light. And the auspicious moment when you are able to catch it becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising you to the next level of super consciousness that is like hitting a reset button on your being.
And let us understand the science behind the Bhavasman Darshan. The first thing we need to know is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time space itself, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Artavataras, the deities in temples, and through the Bhavasman Darshan in Nijavataras, the incarnation.
And the Bhavasamadhi Darshan is the science where the Nijavatara manifests Paramashiva, the consciousness. And it is where the formless, the being of Paramashiva, expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form or embodied form, for us, the experience Paramashiva.
So, for example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajarateshwari and manifests as a Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi.
And the Archavatar, the deity, reflects the consciousness and the manifestation of the superconscious energy. But unfortunately, human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar directly. And so the avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create an experience give a superconscious experience to all of us.
The Bhavasmadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process, improves immunity to disease, and during the darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energy that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives.
And during the Bhavasmadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. So mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the subconscious energy radiated by the avatar.
Creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. And because Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen, are clearly already recorded.
So now let us understand more about who the supreme point of Hinduism is, the one who, out of his extreme love and compassion, is giving us this pure and great science of Bhagavat. So the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilization nation. And supreme point of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The supreme point of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple based activities a lifestyle for humanity.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvijnapatam, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Samadhi, is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailasa Shamala Pita Sarvijnapatam, and is the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order.
And the supreme point of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandeshwar of the Atalakada. Then the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Swargapuram and in 2015 was elected as the supreme point of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as the teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in three languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses delivered. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally and is respected as the commentator of all sacred scriptures, including the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, Jay Sutras, and more.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also honored as a leader of Hinduism, the reviver of over 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas and Rudras, Rishis and Rishikas, Bhairavas and Bhairavis and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, HDH Nithyananda University in the world, with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is also the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, the founder and reviver of over 100 Saivanipitas, and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million Pali scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And now, with that, we will be getting into the next segment of this program where all of us will be seeing a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis. So, today, the Balasins and the yogis and initiate disciples of Supreme Pontiff will be demonstrating and sharing the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And in today's Baba Samadhi Darshan, all of you will also be receiving the initiations into these extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. And you will be initiated into the powers of third eye awakening. Yes, so in today's Baba Samadhi Darshan, all of you will also be receiving initiations into the extraordinary Shaktis of third eye. And with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, all of you will be manifesting the powers of third eye with the Yes, we're sorry about the technical glitch. So all of you, with the grace and blessings of Supreme Point of Hinduism, all of you will be manifesting the power of third eye, which is seen with eyes blindfolded, and various other powers of the third eye. Now, some of you might be wondering where exactly the third eye is located and how it works. So the third eye is actually a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. And now let us understand more about what are these Shaktis, what is their source, how they manifest, and what exactly are the Shaktis. So in the Vedas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. Manifesting powers are described by Paramashiva as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various states of consciousness and to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And the Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine, and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. Now, some of you might be wondering what exactly is the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis, as you might have heard the term as a very common term used for any type of external manifestation. You might think they are the same, but they're actually not the same. So the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis are that Shaktis express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from purpose or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation by the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality, and cause which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Pancha Kritya or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Trubhava, which is pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And now, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has come down as the 1008th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation and the great cosmic goddess in the nation. And ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. And it was where the science of enlightenment and powers was lived and taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace, which is never accomplished before. Now, all of you can see the Guru Parampara, which is the word in Sanskrit used for the lineage of gurus. And it is through this continuous lineage of gurus that the knowledge is passed down from one generation to the next through the Diksha. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age by his gurus, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana. So now let us see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us. How can you manifest these Shaktis yourself? The Supreme Point of Hinduism beautifully says, every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. So now let us watch a small video on the science of initiation, how the science of Diksha works.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi Diksha Shanam Muktihi Phalamakhanditam Avirodhat Bhavantyeva Prasangyastu Bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi Diksha Vihinasya na siddhihi na cha sadgatihi tasmat sarva prayatnena guruna dikshito bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious and heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, Birdi, Bengaluru. Contact 97.
Yes, so that was a video on how the science of Diksha works. So let us now see how the science of manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which is eternal, unchangeable truths, revealed in the source scriptures. Then the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified the sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is An account from the life of the supreme point of Hinduism, this millennium's avatars, personal experience of the power manifestation, and then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Now, some of you might be wondering what exactly are these Vedas and Agamas, in which Paramashiva has described all of these sciences in a very elaborate way. So, the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are a pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and the applied sciences are expanded. So the Vedas and the Veda Agamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. So now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. After we go through the 4 Pramanas for the power of third eye, so we'll be first entering into the first power, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. So Bhagavan Krishna beautifully says to Arjuna, Natu mam shakyase drashtu manenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. So in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this comes in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavan Krishna actually initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye during the revelation of the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, so Arjuna can behold Krishna's visual Darshan. So this verse is from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And it is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees. And the next is the Atma Pramana in Swami's own words. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, then directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as well. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So here all of you can see that study measures were done on the brain waves of the supreme point of Hinduism itself, using a positron emission tomography, a PET scan. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there is high activity in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep Samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And the Sakshi Pramana, which is the last but not least evidence, is where this rare and sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for our ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the supreme point of Hinduism. And as a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And he is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences, to the world through the science of initiation, Diksha, to millions of people. And everyone who has been initiated into these sciences have actually witnessed and experienced the profound results and extraordinary manifestation in their day-to-day life. Yes, so now we will be getting into the live Sakshi Pramana, the live demonstration of the powers of third eye. Yes, so now let us enter into the live demonstration of this power. So here with me, I have this eyeband, which in front it is a thick opaque plastic sheet. And in the back, there is thick black sponge, which will not allow any type of light to enter around the eyes. And into these two sockets over here, my eyes will sit into these two sockets over here. And it will also be covering the bridge of the nose. So this eyeband will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And once that is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section on Kaila's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. And I will be reading out your comments. It can be anything that you would like me to read. And now this eyeband will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And actually this eyeband is certified by ophthalmologists, and it's usually given for people who have insomnia. So you can be sure that there will be no light entering around the eyes. All of you can see as the eyeband is being put. It's a little slanted on the right, it's a little down, and on the left. Yes. So now the eyeband has been put. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eyeband has been put. There's no gaps anywhere. And now the YouTube comment section will be projected in front of me, and we'll also be projecting it for all of you. And once that is done, any of you watching us, once we project the comments, or even before we project the comments, anything, you can post your comments on the YouTube comment section. We already have a few comments. So we have Ma Celine Goelaume, who has put Nityananda and then Namaskar emoji and 3 heart emojis. And then Ma Shanbagavalli, who has put Beloved Swamiji, and then she has again put 2,468. Yes, so the comments are being projected for all of you as well. All of you can also see the comments from Ma Celine and Ma Shanbagavalli. And both of them have a yellow badge, YouTube membership badge. And anyone else also who would like to put in your comments, you can put anything, just like how Mashan Bagavali has put a sequence of numbers or like a number. Even all of you can put numbers, you can put emojis, numbers, letters, words, random sentences. Yes. So now we have a comment from Marceline who has put a star emoji, and the around the star there are also other yellow dots to show the brightness, and then a heart emoji with a yellow ribbon, and then a house, and then upside down smiley emoji, and then signal light, and then two hands like that, and then heart emoji. It has two hearts with a circle connecting it. And yes, anyone else also, even you can put your comments. It can be a different language, or it can be any scientific term which you think I may not be able to read. It can be anything. So if you're a doctor, or if you're a scientist, or if in whatever job you're in, it has any special thing about it, even you can put some scientific terms related to that, which you think I may not be able to read. Yes, so now we have a comment from us, Stephanie Dietrich, who has put Ma Spitzwegerich mit Horning. Okay, it's a different language. So it's Ma and then a comma and then Spitzwegerich is one word, and then MIT, and then HONIG, and then UND, and then PROSPAN, and then SIND, then GUTGEGEN, and then HUSTEN, and then a heart emoji. And Marcelange has put hello, comment, Shava, and a question mark. So that is also in a different language, in Spanish and or German. And the C, it is hello, then comment, and then in the C and A, the C has a dot below. And maybe Ma Stephanie Dietrich, you can get back in the comment section what language it is, and even Ma Siranji, you can get back in the comment section about what language that is. And actually, in the comment that Ma Stephanie Dietrich has put, few words start with the capital letter, few words don't start with the capital letter. So the first word, Ma starts with a capital, the first word starts with a capital S, then the next word starts with a lowercase m, and then an uppercase H, and then a lowercase u, and then an uppercase p, and then lowercase s, and then a lowercase g, a lowercase g, and then uppercase H. And Ma Celine has now put its French. Okay, that's great. Okay, so now we will be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. So before that, I request the volunteer to now remove the IBAN. But before that, we have a comment from our Stephanie Dietrich, who has put, Ma Ribert with honey and crosspen are good against coughs. It was German. Yes, that's great, Ma. Thank you. So today here in this power manifestation segment, we had two comments, one in French and one in German, so two different languages. And of course, we had many other comments with a sequence of emojis and then numbers. So that's great. So today we had French and German. So that was pretty exciting. And yes, now we'll be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. I request the volunteer to now remove the IBAN. Yes, so all of you can see the IBAN. It's just as it was before. There's nothing removed or added on the eyebrow. And now we will be getting into the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and we will be doing a body scan for you. Yes, so this power of body scanning, if any of you are new over here, this power of body scanning awakens the ability to scan any type of diseases, medically diagnosed issues, any illnesses, or any problem in the body, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. And the best part is that we can give a solution for the problem through the awakened paradigm. So let us now, before entering into the live demonstration, see the pramanas, the four pramanas for this power. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the scriptural reference for the power of body scan. It comes from the Vijnana Bhaiva Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshma tarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. And the translation for these verses, in this verse, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or the whole universe simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is the Apta Praman, which comes from the life of Siddha, whose name is Theria. So Theria was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agastya for healing. And Agastya then uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small Theria, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. And Agastya immediately instructs Theria, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And once the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, Thereya gains his name. And the next is the Atma Pramana for this, which was revealed on the 22nd December 2019. So the Supreme Court of Hinduism revealed how he uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the body's name. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And here you can all see the Sakshi Pramana. So here are a few sharings from just few of the thousands of disciples who have successfully manifested the power of body scanning. And now all of you will be seeing a live demonstration of the power of body scanning. And you will also be able to experience and manifest this power once you are initiated. So now we will be seeing the live demonstration of this power. And if any of you would like body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. So we already have quite a few comments. Yes, so we have a comment from our Shanbhagavali Reddy who has put, please do healing for Suresh Mahado, who is totally depressed, tired and boiling water was thrown on his face today. He was traumatized and not well at all. Got permission, please body scan. Yes, ma, now I'll be doing the body scanning for Suresh Iyer. Yes, so Ma Shanbhagavali Reddy, what I was able to see for Suresh Iyer was I've given the healing as well. And what I was able to see was that for the only way for him to be completed, for him to get healed, like fast from whatever he has gone through or whatever he's going through, he should do completion. He should do completion properly, and any completion process or how many of completion process he can do, just for the next few days spend time in doing completion thoroughly in whatever he's going through, with whatever he's going through, and continuously play the Mahavakya around. And also I was able to see that he should not go out of the house, he should stay in the house, and he should do completion and then he will be healed. So this is what I was able to see for Suresh Iyer. You can get back in the comment section if you were able to read it. And you have also asked for a scan for Maki Ashin. Yes, ma, now I'll be doing a scan for Maki Ashin. Yes, so Ma Shanbhagavali, what I was able to see for Maki Ashin was that right now she is quite healthy, but I was able to see that in her diet she should she should reduce her intake of like things that have citric acid, like lemon, orange, and even curd she should reduce. So like acidic fruits and items she should reduce on that. She should have little bit, but not so much. So this was what I was able to see for her to have a more healthy body. This is for Maki Ashni. And actually one more thing that I was able to see for Suresh was that even as he does the completion, he this will also be a part of the completion, but as he does the completion, he should start creating a positive environment around him, a positive energy around him. And that will help also in healing the outside, whatever is happening outside, whether it's good or bad, it will always be what he will manifest it the way he wants when he manifests that kind of energy. So inside he has to manifest that kind of energy the way he wants, and that will be reflected outside. So that will happen as he does the completion. So for the next at least 1 week, he should spend some time in doing completion and making a positive energy field around him, and that will help in getting healed. And always play the Mahavakya around, so that will also help him in getting healed. And yes, you have also Marceline has asked for a body scanning for jealousy and your throat. Yes, Manav, I'll be doing the scan for you. Yes, so Marceline, what I was able to see for you was that your jealousy, you have to break it consciously and ferociously. Ferociously, you should break out from that jealousy, but not out of incompletion. You should manifest the things that you want, and you will be able to manifest. Just have the cognition that whatever you want to manifest in your life will manifest, and ferociously break the space of jealousy, and that will get healed. And for your throat, I was able to see that you should start drinking hot water with tulsi leaves and mint leaves. So you can boil mint and tulsi leaves along with water and drink that water, and that will help in healing your throat now. So this is what I was able to see. And yes, Marceline, thank you for your contribution to Kailasa. And Ma Shanbhagavalli Reddy has also asked why Suresh Iyer should not go to the house. I was able to see that he should not go to the house, Ma. And especially during this time of the pandemic, he should not go out. Unless it is really emergency or it is really needed, he should not step out, at least for the next 1 week until he has done completion. As much as possible, he should not go out. This is what was revealed in the third eye. And yes, Ma Shanbhagavalli Reddy has also asked for a scan for yourself. You have asked for a scan for yourself and healing, and your head feels full and also problems. Yes, Ma, now I'll be doing a scan for you, and I will also be doing a scan for Paramaraya. Yes, so Ma Shanbhagavalli Reddy, what I was able to see for you was your head feels full because like very heavy because of unnecessary stress and also due to lots of heat. So I was able to see that if you have any Aushadha that Swamiji has given, If you have that, then apply that on your temples, mix it with little coconut oil and apply it on your temples. If you don't have, then in the next darshan, you can keep a bowl of turmeric in front of the screen, and you can mix that turmeric with little coconut oil every day and just apply a little bit on both your temples, and that will help in healing your headache. And for your ulcers, I was able to see that it will get healed in the next 2 days, but you should not have cold items. Have more. It should not be too hot or too cold. It should be like a normal room temperature uh, food. So whether it's food or water, make sure it's like room temperature, not too hot or too cold for the next few days, and that will help in healing the ulcer problems. This is what I was able to see for Yuma. And for Perumaraya, what I was able to see was that right now he is actually quite healthy. He is just there. He is often getting some body aches. For that, I was able to see that he just has to do yoga every day, little bit for half an hour, and 10 minutes of pranayama. He can do the Trinity Kumbuka or Aloma Viloma, Anuloma Viloma. He can do anything, and like just 10 minutes of pranayama and half an hour of yoga, that will help in him having a very healthy body. So yes, and Ma Shambhagavalli has also come back saying thank you, and Ma Line has also come back saying thank you. Yes. So with that, we now come to the conclusion of this segment, this power manifestation segment. I thank all of you who have joined us today for the power manifestation segment. And we will now be moving to the next segment of this program, where all of us will be learning more about who Devi Parashakti is and how we can receive Devi Parashakti and much more. So we will be learning about the divine feminine consciousness in this next segment. So we'll be first looking at the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayana manikya maudi spurate taranayaka shekharam smitamukhim mapina vakshoruham panibhyam alipurna ratna chashakam raktotpalam bibratim Saumyam Ratnagatastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam. And the translation for this verse is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with the triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. And another Dhyana Shloka from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka beautifully says: Arunam Karunatarangatakshim Dritapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadi Viravritam Ayukaihi Rahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. And the translation for this verse is: I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the nose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima Pures, and she is the self within me. And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions of universes come out and go in, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatar of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And Devi Parashakti beautifully reveals how she is manifesting as the supreme point of Hinduism, and she introduces herself. She says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Srimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swami who is in Kailasha, Sri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda took Nijavatara here, to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranya Garbhaswarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayovana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, taking the form of Nityananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nityananda and came down as Nijavatara. And Devi Parashakti continues to reveal, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, and Jnana, growing as four Vedas, expanding as five Panchabhutas, beyond six chakras, filled as Gotras of seven rishis, expanding as eight directions, existing as nine grahas, blossoming as 10 indriyas, being as 11 rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make truth blossom and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nityananda, I came to bless every one of you. And now let us see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally we're seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your way. You can keep 2 wheat leaves, 1 betel nut, 1 banana, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. Now, some of you might be wondering what exactly a coin is considered as or what is its importance. So, in the Hindu tradition, a coin is actually considered the traditional dakshina. It is given in temples as an offering to deities, or it is given when you meet somebody for the first time, or when they come to your house for anything or for the first time, or even when they just come to your homes. Usually, an entire set of tambulam is given, which consists of a betel leaf, betel nut, banana, coins, and a few more items. And the coin can be the lowest value. In India, it can even be just 1 paise. In the US, it can even be just a cent. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay. And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And once the darshan is over, you can do namaskar and eat the banana, the beet leaf, and the betel nut, taking it as prasadam immediately. And the coins that you collect, you can send it to the Los Angeles temple for the further procedures. And betel leaf and betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really Devi Parashakti is there. You will not take the Devi darshans for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognitions. It will break your unconscious behavior. And now here you can all see how you can set up your tambulam. So you can arrange the 2 beet leaves, the betel nut, the banana, and the coins on a plate and keep it in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. You can also keep a few additional items such as a few fresh flowers, some glass bangles, some kumkum, and turmeric, and a coconut. But the 4 basic items is a betel leaf, betel nut, the banana, and the coin. So you can arrange all the items in a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. So the next time when you are setting up and getting ready for the darshan, you can arrange your own set of tambulam to receive Devi Parashakti in a very traditional way and receive her grace and blessings. And with that, we now come to a conclusion of this segment where we have learned who is Devi Parashakti and how we can receive Devi Parashakti in a very traditional way. And we will now be moving to the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings for all of us on all the various problems that the world is going through today due to the pandemic, and what is the cause and solutions for all of these problems, and how important it is for us to follow what Devi Parashakti has revealed. So now in the next segment, we will be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings. So let us first look at the compassion of the avatar. So in the Guru Paduka Stotram, composed by Adi Shankaracharya, the very first verse describes how the Guru Padukas, the sacred feet of the Guru, is the boat that helps us cross the Ananta Samsara Samudra, the seemingly endless ocean of samsara or suffering. And the first verse of the Guru Paduka Stotram says, Ananta Samsara Samudratara Naukayitabhyam Guru Bhaktidabhyam Vairagya Samrajya Pujanabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam. And the translation for this verse is Salutations to the sandals of my Guru, which is the boat which helps me cross the endless ocean of life, which endows me with the sense of devotion to my Guru, and by worship of which I attain the dominion of renunciation. So many of us feel stuck in the same storming and raging ocean, being unable to navigate ourselves and lost in the overwhelming vastness of the suffering that surrounds us during the pralaya, the great deluge, and our loved ones are dying due to the pandemic. Our homes are being destroyed due to natural disasters, and social institutions are crumbling, and the whole of humanity is in a desperate and dire need of hope. And at this time, the Cosmic Mother comes to elevate suffering of humanity. And it is at this time that the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhan, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has come down as the incarnation of the cosmic superconsciousness. Out of his love and compassion, having taken the spiritual responsibility for the superconscious breakthrough of the whole of humanity, is manifesting Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, and guiding and healing the whole world as literally the boat that sails us through the Pralaya, the cosmic deluge. And Devi Parashakti is herself manifesting through the Njava prayers, granting boons, healing us, manifesting miracles, removing all our pain and suffering. And Devi has not just attended to us individually, but also to humanity at large. And Devi Parashakti has guided the whole of humanity in the form of revelations of profound sacred secrets of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, showing us the future regarding global issues, the COVID pandemic, natural disasters such as fires, floods, storms, etc., and even the twisted human conspiracies and underground wars which have not surfaced to common knowledge as yet.
So in this segment, we will be elaborating on the statistical, scientific, scriptural references of each sacred revelation, which has manifested precisely as the same guidance emerged from Devi Parashakti, for us to imbibe deeply and to start following as Devi Parashakti continues to protect us until the storm ends and we are safely harbored at the shores of our consciousness.
So let us now look at what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings on the 8 methods to protect ourselves from the coronavirus, from COVID-19, revealed on the 30th of April 2021. watch the video where Devi Parashakti reveals the 8 methods to protect ourselves from COVID-19.
Parashodasi Meenakshi, Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு. கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தன் விக்கிரகமாய் மலர்ந்தோம். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட நன்மையை சொல்லிட தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு. மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம். 8 வழியின் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணத்தில் தியானித்து என்னை பிரார்த்தித்தல் ஒன்று, சமூக வலைதளங்கள் மூலமாய் என்னை சரணடைதல் 2, எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாரி வடிவத்தில் நான் குடிகொண்டிருக்கின்றேனோ அங்கெல்லாம் பூமிதித்து என்னை வழிபடுவது 3, நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தடவி வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்தோறும் என்னை தியானிப்பது 4, நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிருந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது 5, சிவ 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 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல் 6, நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து பத்திட்டு நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது 7, பூரணமாய் பரிபூரணமாய் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் அருந்த உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது 8 எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் மயக்கமும் வாழ்வீர்கள் வளத்தொடு நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாய் நீயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். 8இல் 1 செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது காப்.
Let us look at Devi Parashakti's revelations mapped into English. Yes. So let us look at Devi Parashakti's revelations mapped into English. Oh, humans, don't be scared of the deadly infection corona. Through these 8 ways, praying and meditating on me, surrendering to me through social media, wherever I am residing, worshiping me by doing fire walking, applying turmeric in the chest, drinking neem juice, and meditating on me every day, being in the unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss, doing the Ajuba Ajuba of the cosmic sound, Shiva, 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 with complete mind, applying banana peel and onion in the heels and going to sleep, and being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting in the Arunachala Spurana that blossoms as Aham, Aham in the state of Ananda Spurana. Everyone who thinks on me through these 8 ways, they will not have effects of corona. They don't have fear and delusion of corona. You will live with prosperity, with wisdom and fortune. Me with you as me as you. You will live good life even if you do one of these 8 ways. I will protect you. Corona will not reach you. Don't have fear, O people. Be blissful. During these revelations, Devi Parashakti has revealed the 8 methods to protect all of humanity from COVID-19. Let us now look at each of these methods and understand more deeply the science and benefits of each of these methods. So the first method is praying and meditating on Devi Parashakti. And modern science has extensively studied the benefits of meditation. Healthline has just published 12 of these benefits, which includes reducing stress, controlling anxiety, promoting emotional health, enhancing self-awareness, lengthening the attention span, reducing age-related memory loss. It can generate kindness. It may help fight addiction. It helps, it improves sleep. It helps control pain. It can decrease the blood pressure, and it is easily accessible anywhere. And the Department of Health and Human Services in the United States has shown that meditation has a direct benefit both on our physical as well as our mental health.
And another study published was a study done by Cambridge University Press, and it reiterates the necessity of meditation during times of crisis such as COVID-19. So here you can see the study done by the Cambridge University Press.
And research published by Everyday Health has shown how prayer and spirituality protects the emotional health by offering a bigger sense of purpose, by providing emotional support, by lifting the spirit, and by helping you cope with difficulties. And a report published in Health Psychology in September of 2015 found that, and researchers followed 191 people with congestive heart failure for 5 years. They found that those who reported feeling spiritual peace and also who made small lifestyle changes were significantly more likely to live longer than their peers. And it was also found in another study in depression and anxiety that people with major depressive disorders or chronic medical illnesses who reported high levels of religiosity, which includes daily religious experiences, generally become more optimistic than their peers. And this was published in July of 2015.
So now let us watch a video where the avatar himself demonstrates how meditation directly impacts our minds and our brains.
If you are not allowed to do yoga, made to believe early morning sleep is the best thing in your life, you are tortured, you are abused, your divine rights are violated. if you are constantly inspired to do yoga early morning, Brahma Muhurta time, and everyday puja, sit that 30-40 minutes and melt down by feeling connection. Understand? Nothing can be compared to prayer to bust your. I tell you, prayer is the stress buster. Deep feeling connection and tears rolling in your eyes and melting down. Prayer to Paramashiva. Intense yearning, Vyakulata, talking to Paramashiva, relating to Paramashiva. Nothing can be compared to that to bust your stress. I tell you, everyday puja is an ultimate recharging experience. If you do everyday puja, the kind of the stress-free life you will live, your whole biological clock will be aligned to Kailasa. I tell you, seen the people who have the habit of Nitya Puja live long, not just long, happy. In my whole life, it is Nitya Puja, Puja, that gave me all the best things of life. Everyday puja, relating with the deities is the best stress buster. Touch the deities, do decoration, dress up. Even now, my best time of the day is when I sit with my deities. When I sit with my deities, dress up the deities, jewel them, spend time with them, talk to them, intensely pray, deeply connect and pray. Understand? You do not know the power of Archavatara. God landing in physical deity form. Never underestimate the power of Archavatara. The Archavatara is equivalent to living avatara. What living avatar can do to you, an Archa avatara can do. Atma Linga I am giving to all of you is literally living Archa avatara. Is a piece of God. Literally.
Yes, we can go to the previous slides and see the video now, where the Pontificatum himself demonstrates how meditation works on the brain. So all of us just saw a video where the Supreme One of Hinduism speaks about the need of prayer and meditation. So now let us watch a video where the avatar himself directly demonstrates how meditation impacts the brain.
Nithyananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Dr. R. Murli Krishna, President COO, Integris Mental Health and James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
When Swamiji came, I have requested him to do one thing. I asked him, would you be willing to undergo some scientific investigation of the meditation process? He very cheerfully agreed without one complaint. He went for 3 repeat sessions for PET scanning and 3 repeat sessions for quantitative EEG sessions. And these are really not very easy tests to go through. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of willingness to do that. So we did that. Because if a meditation process is doing something to your brain, we should be able to detect that. Scientific findings are verifiable. They are replicable. You can replicate them, duplicate them. So Swamiji went through those sessions and we found some interesting findings.
In PET scan, they inject a radioactive dye which goes and sits in parts of the brain that are active. In the normal, non-meditative state, the brain is very active. And when we are seeing someone, the rear end of the brain, the visual cortex, is very active, as shown in the diagram.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light it up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right here. Right in the middle, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches deeper. What's interesting was, Swami was inside, and that's the last part of that one. See that light right here? So what's interesting was, I've never seen that before in my life, so the other parts I've seen may not be to the extent that Swamiji showed, but this is something interesting. There is something called dopamine, which is a chemical our brain is involved in. Dopamine is produced mostly in this area, and when you have any pleasurable feeling in your body, it is mediated through dopamine. It's a neuroreceptor. It's a chemical that transmits messages of pleasure. It basically evokes. Same thing is with visual pleasures you have. Beautiful people, beautiful sceneries, nature, whatever gives you pleasure. It's mediated through dopamine. Everything that human being experiences involves dopamine. But what's interesting is that you and I have the potential to create our own dopamine in a big way. So I named it, for lack of a word in the past, the D spot, which is the dopamine spot. If you can discover your D spot, you got it made in life. The D really stands for divine spot. The D also stands for delight, and the dopamine spot. What's also interesting is that he could, at will, go in and out of those states. Those are some of the findings I want to share with you. There's so much more talk about physiology of mind and brain and the body. It's a fascinating field that this is something that all human beings can relate to, can apply in our own lives. Not only a sophisticated knowledge, but these things have application in daily life for all of us.
Nithyananda's system of free healing, known as Nithya Spiritual Healing, has been baffling the medical world, curing diseases from migraine to cancer. Qualified people are also initiated to become healers. The complete report of the research conducted on Nithyananda's neurological system can be found in the book Mystic Phenomena, Scientific Data.
We can continue the method to connect with Devi Parashakti now that we've understood how both prayer and meditation can literally protect you from COVID-19. Let us look at the next method that Devi Parashakti has revealed. The Devi Parashakti has revealed for protecting humanity from COVID-19.
Yes, we can.
Yes. So the next method revealed by Devi Parashakti is to surrender to Devi through social media.
So during the Akashic readings, Devi Parashakti gives us the opportunity to connect with her through various social media platforms and attends individually to our prayers and showers us with blessings and boons. So let us now see how we can connect to Devi Parashakti through social media.
So the first way to connect with Devi is through YouTube. So you can go ahead and join as a member of Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. And once you have become a member of the channel, you can ask your question in the live YouTube video in the comment section of the live video. So it's a very simple process. Go ahead and go to visit Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel and click the join button right next to the title. And once you've done that, you can ask your questions in the comment section of the live YouTube video.
And on Facebook, you can like and follow Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page and ask your questions in the comment section.
And the next way is to follow @Sri Nithyananda on Twitter. And you can ask your questions in the reply section of the tweet with the hashtag #AskTheAvatar.
And on Instagram, you can follow Sri Nithyananda and you can ask your questions in the comments.
And the next way is to ask your questions through WhatsApp. So you can search kailasa.org and you can see the WhatsApp chat box that pops up. And you can ask your questions here in the WhatsApp chat. So now let us watch a short clip of Devi Parashakti blessing people. And you can also experience the same when you ask your questions to Devi Parashakti via these 5 social media platforms.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எலா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி.
Yes. So now let us look at the third method, where Devi Parashakti says to worship her by doing the fire walking wherever she is residing.
And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has revealed that fire walking is a powerful alchemy process. In the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself, our rishis and munis were adepts in every field, and whether health, keeping the society safe in every field. So all the vratams, the pujas, the spiritual techniques, the religious rituals, anything they designed is highly scientific and directly useful to the life. Coronavirus will not affect you at all because that fire walking time, that small blisters you get just shoots up your whole immunity. That power, the power to protect yourself from any virus or any problem. It's actually a powerful technique. It's a very powerful technique followed in those days, especially during this season.
Especially that is done very traditionally and systematically. If you had even small blisters, and even if you did not have any blisters, you are protected already from corona problem. You will not be affected at all. Corona will not work on you. It will not affect you, and don't worry, it is a traditional way of making you immune. Actually, it's a traditional vaccination process. It's 11 feet length, the burning live charcoal on which you're supposed to walk, with the traditional powerful music which activates your limb system, that nukulam, which we call it in the back of the neck. This music will feel like it is hitting the back of your neck, and your whole detox system will be awakened. In that peak altered state of consciousness, you should walk on fire. Not just like that, you will walk. You will first awaken, trigger, and detox the detox system, then walk on the fire, 11 feet parapet.
And if you do for one fire walking, you are absolutely protected from corona. Pray to Mahamariamman and do the fire walking. That is it. It's like a traditional, powerful vaccination. Pray to Parashakti Mahamari and do the Pache Patni Ratam. Do this traditional fire walking. You are absolutely protected from coronavirus. No need to panic. Traditional vaccination, traditional, natural, organic, no bad side effects vaccination is the Hindu fire walking.
So now let us all watch a video where the Supreme Court of Hinduism reveals the science behind fire walking.
All these transmutation processes means balancing the system and awakening the whole consciousness to your whole body is what I call transmutation processes. Some parts of your body becomes insensitive to the existence because of the job it is doing, like a feet, because of the continuous walking, it becomes insensitive. Your cheeks, how they are sensitive, they don't become, they lose sensitivity to the reality. But for the complete Kundalini awakening, your whole body needs to be alive and experiencing the reality and ability to experience the higher consciousness. That is the reason we have the process of firewalking.
now that we've understood the science behind firewalking, let us watch a short clip of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself doing the firewalking in Tiruvannamalai.
சத்தியம் காத்திடும் உத்தமத்தியே சத்குருவாய் வந்த நித்திய தாயே வேதங்கள் வணங்கிடும் ஆதியும் நீயே ஜோதிமலையிலே அவதரித்தாயே அவனியை பேணும் ஞானமும் நீயே அக்னி வடிவிலே அருள் புரிந்தாயே தீனிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி தீனிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி கர்மங்களை கொன்றிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய் கர்மங்களை கொன்றிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய் தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி.
Now that we have seen and understood the science behind firewalking as per Hinduism, let us look at what modern science has to say about firewalking. A study conducted by the U.S. National Study of Medicine, the National Institute of Health, regarding the various effects and benefits of firewalking found that firewalking increases the levels of happiness and lowers fatigue in levels in people who have participated in firewalking compared to those who have not participated in firewalking.
So now let us see the fourth step, which is applying turmeric on your chest, drinking neem juice, and meditating on Devi Parashakti every day.
So let us understand the benefits of neem juice as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself.
Bididi. It is not, I'm not talking from air, I'm talking from ground. In Bididi, before we came to that land, 30 borewells were dug, no water. Now, from the day we came till now, we have water for 10,000 people to live comfortably in that very land. It's only pouring, pouring. Karumari's grace. Wherever we started ashram, nature completely cooperates because we know biology, whole biology thinks. If you are having bitter relationships in your life, just start drinking bitter neem juice every morning. The problem will be solved. Understand, if you are irritated, even if you don't react, even if you don't talk to people, you release that kind of vibes. Take Aritaki. You will see you release sweet kind of vibes. Take neem juice. You release healing, compassionate vibes. A woman who applies neem powder and takes bath, who applies turmeric powder and takes bath, is equivalent to Karumari Mahamayi. That neem paste and turmeric powder. If a woman takes bath with that, she is equivalent to Mahamayi. She is embodiment of Karumari because she will be manifesting that same vibes of Karumari. I sincerely recommend people start doing all these activities like applying neem paste and taking bath, applying haritaki powder and taking bath, applying turmeric powder and taking bath, applying basma and taking bath, especially for men, basma, for women, neem paste and turmeric paste. All four can be used by both all genders. That is different. If you want specific, I'll recommend the neem and turmeric for female body, haritaki and basma for male body. Understand your whole biology things. Working on whole biology changes the whole life. So, now with this understanding the whole biology things, think Mahavagya. This is Ajapa Japa. Think Mahavagya. With the understanding your whole biology thinks. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Blessings to all of you. Start manifesting powers. Now,
Now that we've understood the benefits of neem as revealed by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, let us look at some of the benefits of turmeric. Of course, traditionally, it is very well known as an anti-inflammatory agent, but our recent research the past few decades, according to modern science, has shown that turmeric is a potent immunomodulator agent that can modulate activation of T cells, B cells, neutrophils, natural killer cells, and dendritic cells, which are all immune cells. And curcumin can also downregulate the expression of various pro-inflammatory cytokines and chemokines. This was published in the National Center for Biotechnology Information in the US, and this essentially means that turmeric helps boost your immunity. So when you have a stronger immune system, you will be much more likely to be healthy and protected from COVID-19.
And research shows
Essentially shows that turmeric can modulate the activation of various immune as well as enhance the body's antibody response. So with a strengthened immune system, you can stay healthy longer and maintain an active lifestyle.
And another study by India.com shows and says that neem can help you fight against coronavirus. And it says that it is an important part of Ayurveda and neem can be effective in dealing with the novel coronavirus infection.
Yes, and it was also published that turmeric are effective against coronavirus according to a KGB study.
So now let us look at the fifth step, which is with the complete mind applying banana peel and onion on your heels before you go to bed.
So this is a very simple method to protect yourself. You just have to put onion on your heel and or banana on the heel, and you can put a sock over and go to sleep at night like that. This will completely detoxify your entire body and of course protect you from COVID-19 as Devi Parashakti has revealed. And onion is very well known for its detoxifying effects. And Medical Daily has published an article explaining effects of onion. And it states that onions contain a high amount of sulfur compounds, which not only give onion the recognizable smell, but also they are powerful detoxifying agents. And according and with more than 100 sulfur containing compounds, which are what cause the eyes to tear, onion can help prevent and treat ailments from diabetes to heart disease, which is why it's very well known in Ayurveda and traditional Hindu medicines as a for its medicinal properties as a treatment for many ailments and diseases. And an article reviewing the detoxifying effects of onion published in the Journal of Phytotherapy has stated that compounds from onion have been reported to have a wide range of health benefits, which includes anti-carcinogenic properties, anti-platelet activity, anti-thrombotic activity, anti-asthmatic, and antibiotic effects.
And now let us look at the sixth step, which is being in an unclutched state filled with eternal bliss.
So let us understand these signs of unclutching as revealed by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself.
The brain is the organ which controls our whole physical being. Once our brain has been imbalanced, it will then transmit that imbalance throughout the whole body. Thought forms are pure energy that have the ability to influence people and everyday events in. According to science, magnetic field which may be measured by such instruments as an encephalograph. This electromagnetic field is generated by the brain every time we think, and as our mind is never still, we may be compared to perpetual power generators. Fear produces nervous disorders. Anger produces headaches and violence. Confused thoughts produce congestion and ill health. Depression causes cancer, tumors, mental diseases, and lowering of the immune system through own willpower. Our thoughts generate intricate energy patterns which can be detected by sensitive equipment and seen by clairvoyant individuals. These energy patterns are known as thought forms. Surprisingly, thought forms are shaped by the thoughts themselves. Each of us creates hundreds of thought forms every hour and release them into the environment. Although we cannot see them, the thought forms have as real an existence as any other form of energy. Most people can sense others' thought forms, and a continuous energetic exchange happens between people, about which we are usually unaware. This also explains why we sometimes take a sudden liking or dislike to a certain person directly on meeting them. We just catch their vibes. Unclutching is a guide for equanimity and enlightenment. Thoughts are like bubbles in a fish tank. Just as bubbles in a fish tank rise from the bottom, our thoughts also rise in the same manner. When one bubble comes and reaches the surface of the water, the next bubble starts and the third bubble starts. Because the bubbles are rising at high speed, They look like a continuous stream. But our mind is not a continuous stream. There is always a gap between two thoughts. Like the bubbles, we also experience a neutral space between two thoughts. This neutral space between two thoughts is our original state, the pure silence. It is a state of pure consciousness, the state of God. Since the gap or the neutral space between two thoughts is too small, we think all thoughts are connected and form a shaft. But there is always a gap between two thoughts. In the forest of northern India, the hunters trap the birds using a trap. They tie a rope between two trees. The rope is the shaft that we create by connecting two thoughts. In the middle of the rope, they secure a wooden stick. The stick is our mind. The rope is tied at the midpoint of the stick. When a bird comes and sits on the stick, the bird's own weight turns the whole stick upside down. The moment it turns upside down and loses its sense of balance, it feels totally shaken and tightens its grip on the stick. It simply holds onto the stick as if its life depends on it. Similarly, we connect thoughts and form a shaft out of it and live in the fear that if we drop our mind, we might be lost. We might lose our identity. Because it is hanging upside down, it thinks, if I unclutch from this stick, I will fall and die. It's similar to the fear that if we start trusting that we are unconnected, unclutched, independent and illogical thoughts, we might be lost. If the bird lets go and relaxes, it may flutter to balance for a moment or two. When it leaves the stick, maybe for a few seconds, it will fall, but then it will adjust itself and start flying. In the same way, we hold on to whatever we think is our identity and security, our education, our mind, our life, our relationships, or our bank balance. Ultimately comes to remove the stick that is our identity. Just like the bird, we don't realize that if we drop that moment, we can become a. In Mundaka Upanishad, there is a story which explains there is a huge tree, and in the tallest branch of the tree, there is a golden bird sitting unclutched from everything in bliss, like Dakshinamurti. In the lower level branch, there is a small bird which jumps from here. When it eats a bitter fruit, it feels bad. Whenever she eats the bitter fruit, she sees the bird which is looking above, silently, like Dakshinamurti, and feels why I should not be like that bird. But unfortunately, when the same bird, when it eats tasty fruit, it forgets the bird sitting above it. In the same way, she keeps battling between branches, eating bitter and tasty fruits again and again. One day, as a small bird flies up higher, and as it reaches near the golden bird, it realized that he and she are the same. There is no difference between them both and realizes her original state. The small bird realizes that she also can be in the same state of the golden bird and become a Paramahamsa. This moment, trust yourself. Don't bother about losing your identity. Just trust yourself and let go of your identity. You will immediately become a Paramahamsa and be liberated. All you need to do is to trust that you're unclutched. Dropping the conclusions you can't be transformed is unclutching.
So when you have a few moments in your day, you can actually experience the signs of unclutching now that you've understood the science behind it. You can just take a few minutes in your day to sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Have your eyes closed and intensely chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Do not engage with any thoughts or emotions. Purely let the space of unclutching manifest in you. Chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So when you have some time in your day, you can go ahead and spend a few moments to experience this beautiful science of unclutching. And you can also listen to the Mahavakya online on YouTube while you are practicing untouching. And when you do this, you can also fill out your minutes per piece. You can visit kailasa.tv/minutes, the number 4 piece, which we will be projecting the link for in a few moments. And you can fill out how many ever minutes you have experienced this state of untouching. Now let us look at the next method for protecting yourself from COVID-19 as revealed by Devi Parashakti, doing the Ajaba Ajaba cosmic sound, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. So a study conducted by the U.S. National Library of Medicine on the benefits of chanting has established how doing the Ajaba, the chanting, has a direct and positive benefit for both the physical and mental health. And this study correlates the chanting of the Ajaba to the vagus nerve stimulation, which is used as a treatment for depression and epilepsy.
So here you can see the results of the study. And another study conducted by Dr. Masaru Emoto establishes that human intentions, words, or thoughts can change the molecular structural formation in water. And this interesting research clearly depicts how, when the water is being exposed to positive sound vibrations, the molecular formation in the water changes to a pleasant formation, whereas any negative sound vibrations or words can disfigure or distort the water molecular formation.
Here you can see the depictions of how the water molecule looks and it responds to different words and sounds. So when positive is done, the water molecular formation becomes like a beautiful snowflake. However, when negative words or vibrations are used on water, such as heavy metal music or words like I will kill you or you fool, the water molecular formation becomes disintegrated, disformed, and disfigured, as you can see in the bottom photos. So you can imagine what happens inside of your body, which is composed of up to 60% of water, when you chant the Ajaba Ajaba, the chanting of the powerful sacred mantra. So you can become a part of the global and you can register your minutes per piece when you practice the uncutching or when you practice the Ajva, the chanting of the sacred mantra, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed if 10,000 people can do this just for 3 months, we can give such a powerful superconscious breakthrough to the whole of humanity because all of us interconnected. We are not all islands. These are all fundamental truths. When you start unclutching, Kailasa starts experiencing joy, bliss of you unclutching. Nothing goes to waste in this cosmos. This is the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself about the power of unclutching, and you can experience the same with the Ajaba Ajaba.
So now let us see the eighth method, which is being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting. In the Arunachala Spurana that blossoms as Aham, Aham, the Ananda Spurana. So just by the simple and mere remembrance of the divine, being beyond any remembrance of forgetting and being in the divine space, Panklachi, is the eighth method.
So Devi Parashakti has revealed these 8 methods, and each method is individually powerful enough to protect you from COVID-19. You can use any of these 8 methods, and they will independently work enough to protect you and ensure that you and your family are safe during the pandemic. And one of the methods that Devi Parashakti has revealed is to connect to Devi Parashakti, to Devi, and meditate on her. And the best way to do this is to connect with her, to experience that oneness be understanding the offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti, to connect with her, pray to her, and offer our love, our gratitude to Devi Parashakti for happening in our lives, for protecting us during this pralaya, during the pandemic. So you can stay tuned for this next segment where we will understand the various offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti.
Most easiest, most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with Cosmos as mother. Celebrate Cosmic Mother. This 9 days we worship Mother, worshipping Divine Feminine.
Yadumadini